Well, in the midst of the Ukrainian war, British rock band Hardwicke Circus made the unorthodox decision to tour the war-torn country in the hope that their music would raise the spirits of the Ukrainian people. And at the 11th hour, Aussie musician Conor was drafted in to play keyboard alongside the band's lead singer Jonny Foster, and we caught up with them earlier from Kyiv. Jonny, we'll start with you. Why did you want to tour Ukraine?
Well, we believe that being hopeful is everything the world should be about, and we believe in Ukraine. And as musicians, we wanted to do something to demonstrate our solidarity with the Ukrainian people for freedom and peace in their country.
What about the logistics of doing something like this? Because I'd imagine a lot of people straight up would think, well, what about your safety?
That's right. Well, it's hard enough organising a tour in the UK, never mind Ukraine. But the whole thing from the start to the end has been an incredible experience. We've had a great reception. We've been raising money for Mission Aid for Ukraine, who deliver vehicles and essential medical supplies to the very front line. So yes, the logistics might have been a bit difficult, but that wasn't going to stop us from doing the tour, something we believe in, and wanting to see the impact it can have right at the front line.
Conor, you are from Australia. How did this all come about for you? Because you were a very last-minute addition, weren't you?
I was. I moved to London about a year ago. I've been living there playing music ever since, basically. And yeah, I'm not the only ring-in. There's a few ring-ins from the band, but they were sort of searching for a couple of people to replace regular band members just for this tour. And their manager, Dave, who's been fantastic as well, he knew someone named Rusty Egan, who, yeah, he's sort of a fan of my piano playing. He's not a fan of my singing or my songwriting, but he told Dave that I can play piano. And yeah, so Dave reached out to me and took a couple of days to think about it, and here I am.
And what did you expect before you went on this tour? And was it any different to what you thought?
I spoke to a few people I've got a friend who's from Belarus, and she's spent a lot of her life in the Ukraine. So I had a good chat to her just about what life on the ground would be like. And in the end, it did sort of unfold more or less, I suppose. The small expectations I did have were that the people here are still trying to live their lives. It's not just about surviving the war, it's about living. And that was why there was a call for music. And yeah, I mean, my expectations were surpassed there, actually, because there's just been such hunger for music and art and shared experiences.
Tell us about the venues that you played and the reception that you got from all those music fans.
Fantastic. Yeah, I mean, most of them were underground, like you sort of were asking about safety. We have had a lot of safety protocols, and most of them were underground. They fitted probably a few hundred people. We tried not to promote it too much, also for safety reasons. We didn't sort of want to advertise our presence too much. It was very much grassroots promotion, and they were pretty full. The venues were just fantastic. So many people came out with a real enthusiasm to hear live music, and some of them had the night of their lives. Like it was pretty touching, some of the things that we heard, really, wasn't it?
No,
afterwards, people were saying things like, this is the best night we've had in the last 3 years since the invasion. Yeah, the response has just been fantastic. The venues were great. Yeah. And
especially in the rehab centre that we played in. We played for some guys that had been serving at the very front line for 10 years. And we got to play some songs acoustically for them, have coffee with them, have lunch with them, and get to hear their story from the real front line. And that was one of the most amazing experiences of my life. And already we are planning a second tour of Ukraine to go back to try and get that vehicle to the front line, raise that money, and highlight the importance of the situation.
Conor and Jonny, thank you so much for sharing your pretty incredible story and this tour of Ukraine. We really appreciate your time, and safe travels getting back.
Thank you. Great to speak.
Thank you very much.